Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Sunday. We've got 15 matchups on this MLB slate today. So be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Big slate today as we close out the weekend. Starting with the Baltimore Orioles versus the Atlanta Braves. Braves opening up as home favorites at minus 165. Baltimore plus 140 with the over-under at 9. Baltimore coming into this matchup 22-11. The Braves 23-11. Pitching for the Orioles is Tyler Wells with an ERA at 3.34. Pitching for the Braves is Bryce Elder with an ERA of 1.75. Wells, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Elder, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Baltimore, losing to the Braves yesterday, 5-4. A nice win for the Braves. Baltimore is just 1-4 against Atlanta. And, Elder's been very good on the mound. He's only given up 4 runs in his last 3 starts. Wells has given up 6. And, I really do like Bryce Elder on the mound. Now, another close series. Two really good teams here, and I feel like you can go either way. Baltimore plus 1.5. I don't hate that. Because, Baltimore did win that first game as well. And I think I'm going to lean with the Orioles plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at minus 125. Boston plus 105 with the over-under at 9.5. Boston coming into this matchup 21-14. The Phillies 15-19. Pitching for the Red Sox is Tanner Houck with an ERA of 5.34. Pitching for the Phillies is Taijuan Walker with an ERA of 6.91. Houck, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Walker, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 8 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Neither pitcher looking very good these last 3 games. Both pitchers giving up a lot of runs. Boston on an 8-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against Philly. Philly on a 6-game losing streak right now. Boston 5-1 on the road against the Philly here, and Boston hot right now on a huge winning streak. I'm gonna take a shot at Boston plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Toronto Blue Jays versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. Blue Jays opening up as road favorites at minus 130. Pittsburgh plus 110 with the over-under at 9. Toronto coming into this matchup 20-14. The Pirates also 20-14. Pitching for Toronto is Yusei Kikuchi with an ERA of 4.02. Pitching for the Pirates is Roansy Contreras with an ERA of 4.09. Kikuchi, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Contreras, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Toronto on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back wins against Pittsburgh. Pitt on a 6-game losing streak right now, coming off back-to-back losses against Toronto. 8-2 in the last game, which was kind of rough. Toronto 7-0 against Pittsburgh, 6-0 on the road against Pitt. And they look very good in the last 2 games. And Pitt on that 6-game losing streak, haven't played well as of late. And I think I'm going to lean with Toronto on the road. Next matchup, we got the Colorado Rockies versus the New York Mets. Mets opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Colorado plus 170 with the over-under at 8.5. Rockies coming into this matchup 13-21. The Mets 17-17. Pitching for the Rockies is Ryan Feltner with an ERA of 4.45. Pitching for the Mets is Joey Lucchesi with an ERA of 3.86. Feltner, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Lucchesi, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 1 strikeout. Colorado beating the Mets 5-2 yesterday. And Colorado's been playing well, 5-1 in their last 6. The Mets, they've looked awful here. Even in their win against Colorado 2 days ago, they won 1-0. Their last 4 games, they've scored 2 runs or less, and it's been just rough for the Mets here. And I'll take a shot with the Rockies plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Cleveland Guardians. Twins opening up as road favorites at minus 135. Cleveland plus 120 with the over-under at 8.5. Twins coming into this matchup 19-15. The Guardians 15-18. Pitching for the Twins is Joe Ryan with an ERA of 2.37. Pitching for the Guardians is Cal Quantrill with an ERA of 4.73. Ryan, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Quantrill, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Minnesota coming off a Cleveland loss, losing 4-3 yesterday. Minnesota 2-7 on the road against Cleveland. Haven't played well against Cleveland here. And pretty even pitching matchup, honestly. And I think I'll take a shot with the Guardians plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the New York Yankees versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Yankees opening up as road favorites at minus 120. Tampa plus 100 with the over-under at 7.5. Yankees coming into this matchup 18-16. Tampa 27-7. Pitching for the Yankees is Garrett Cole with an ERA of 1.35. Pitching for the Rays is Javi Guerrero with an ERA of 7.20. Cole, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Guerrero, his last start, he pitched half an inning, gave up 0 runs, had 0 strikeouts. Yankees beating Tampa 3-2 yesterday. Big win for Tampa. Big win for the Yankees. Still don't trust the Yankees. They're just battling so many injuries here. And getting the Rays as an underdog is just a steal so far this season. And I think I'll take a shot with the Rays plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Kansas City Royals. Oakland opening up as road favorites at minus 115. Kansas City minus 105 with the over-under at 9.5. Oakland coming into this matchup 8-26. The Royals also 8-26. Pitching for Oakland is Mason Miller with an ERA of 3.52. Pitching for the Royals is Ryan Yarbrough with an ERA of 7.40. Miller, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Yarbrough, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Oakland on a 2-game winning streak. Back-to-back wins against the Royals here. Just an ugly series, honestly. Both teams are playing very poor baseball here, and I think I'll take a shot with Oakland plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals opening up as home favorites at minus 200. Detroit plus 165 with the over-under at 9.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 15-17. The Cardinals 10-24. Pitching for the Tigers is Alex Faedo with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Cardinals is Steven Matz with an ERA of 6.39. Faedo has not pitched so far this season, so he's making his first start. Matz, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Detroit on a 5-game winning streak, back-to-back wins against the Cardinals. Cardinals 1-9 in their last 10. They're on a very bad losing streak here. Detroit 4-1 on the road against St. Louis. And Detroit's looked good in this series so far. St. Louis has just looked absolutely horrible. And even with Faedo making his debut here, I just don't trust the Cardinals at this price tag the way they've played. I'll take Detroit plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Miami Marlins versus the Chicago Cubs. Miami opening up as slight road favorites at minus 120. The Cubs plus 100 with the over-under at 7. Marlins coming into this matchup 16-18. The Cubs 17-16. Pitching for the Marlins is Sandy Alcantara with an ERA of 5.35. Pitching for the Cubs is Hayden Wesnecky with an ERA of 3.49. Alcantara, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Wesnecky, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Miami on a 5-game losing streak right now. Back-to-back losses against the Cubs. Miami 1-6 on the road. Not a very good road team here. And yeah, I think I'll take a shot with the Cubs plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 140. Milwaukee plus 120 with the over-under at 9. Brewers coming into this matchup 18-15. The Giants 15-17. Pitching for the Brewers is Adrian Hauser with an ERA of 0. Pitching for the Giants is Ross Stripling with an ERA of 6.10. Looks like Hauser making his first start of the season here. And then Stripling, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Brewers, they're on a bad 6-game losing streak. Back-to-back losses against the Giants here. Giants on a little 4-game winning streak. Brewers 0-5 on the road against the Giants. And yeah, they're on a bad streak. Haven't not been playing well. And I think I'll take the Giants at home. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the Los Angeles Angels. Angels opening up as home favorites at minus 125. Texas plus 105 with the over-under at 9.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 19-13. The Angels 19-15. Pitching for the Rangers is Martin Perez with an ERA of 2.41. Pitching for the Angels is Jose Suarez with an ERA of 7.89. Perez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. Suarez, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. The Rangers beating LA yesterday 10-1. Big win yesterday for the Rangers. Even though Texas, they are 1-4 on the road against the Angels, where they have struggled here. Got that big win yesterday. And I don't know, I think they're a decent underdog today, and I'll take the Rangers plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Chicago White Sox versus Cincinnati Reds. Reds opening up as home favorites at minus 125. The White Sox plus 105 with the over-under at 9.5. White Sox coming into this matchup 11-23. The Reds 14-19. Pitching for the White Sox is Michael Kopech with an ERA of 5.97. Pitching for the Reds is Graham Ashcraft with an ERA of 2.0. Kopech, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Ashcraft, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. White Sox coming off a Reds loss. Cincinnati coming off a White Sox win. Yeah, not the greatest series here. I feel like this one can really go either way. White Sox are 4-2 against Cincinnati. Horrible road team though, just 1-9 on the road. Yeah, really don't trust either team, to be honest. But I think I'd take a shot with the White Sox plus 1.5 on the road here. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at minus 125. The Astros plus 105 with the over-under at 8.5. Astros coming into this matchup 17-16. Mariners 16-17. Pitching for the Astros is Brandon Bilak with an ERA of 4.50. Pitching for the Mariners is Bryce Miller with an ERA of 1.50. Bilak, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Miller, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. Houston losing to Seattle yesterday, 5-7. Houston is 6-1 on the road against Seattle, so that's the first. Haven't really lost much on the road. They played well, 5-1 against Seattle, where they've been very good. And I think I'll take the Astros plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Arizona opening up as home favorites at -165. Washington plus 140 with the over-under at 9. Washington coming into this matchup 13-20. Arizona 19-14. Pitching for Washington is Trevor Williams with an ERA of 3.41. Pitching for Arizona is Riley Nelson with an ERA of 6.39. Williams, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Nelson, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Washington on a 2-game losing streak right now. Back-to-back losses against Arizona, losing 8-7 in the last game. Arizona playing pretty well. Washington 1-4 on the road against Arizona here. Riley Nelson hasn't been the best on the mound. He's given up 15 runs in his last 3 starts, and that definitely concerns me a bit here. I think I'm going to take a shot with the Nationals plus 1.5 on the road. Then the last matchup, we got the Los Angeles Dodgers versus the San Diego Padres. Looks like both teams are in a pick'em scenario at -105 with the over-under at 8. Dodgers coming into this matchup 20-14. The Padres 18-16. Pitching for the Dodgers is Julio Urias with an ERA of 3.86. Pitching for the Padres is Joe Musgrove with an ERA of 10.80. Urias, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 10 strikeouts. Musgrove, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Dodgers beating the Padres 2-1 yesterday. They're both teams, playing pretty well right now. Both teams have had some, both pitchers have had some rough games here lately, and Musgrove, he's given up 14 runs in his last 3 starts. Urias has given up 12. Yeah, tough matchup here. Maybe the over could be a decent play with both pitchers giving up a lot of runs. And I think I'd take a shot with the Dodgers on the road in this one. But it's a toss-up. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Sunday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Monday. Have a good one.